in Africa. Now, Dr. Madu, before we had our first commercial break, we promised that we'd give you an opportunity to pick up where we left off the last time. And so let's talk about it from your perspective.
Yeah, so, you know, the accumulated build-up of anger amongst the Libyan people, gave rise to, the uprising that really started in the city of Beda. Beda is in the northeastern part of the country. Ironically, a man called Mohammed Senussi, who is the ancestor of the king, of the first king of Libya, started a religious brotherhood in that city a long time ago. So those cities, Beda, Tobruk, and Benghazi in the east, have always been a hotbed of opposition to Colonel Gaddafi from day one. In fact, the last king, King Idris, who was overthrown, really came from that part of the country. And in fact, when he was in power, he was really a king of Cyrenaica, not really of the whole of Libya. Cyrenaica Defense Forces were those who were supposed to be protecting him, not the army of Libya. One would say, well, why do you say, Cyrenaica? Because really, historically, Libya has never been one country. That's one of the maybe few accomplishments of Colonel Gaddafi's, having keep the whole of Libya as one. But when he came to power, technically, Libya was 3 countries. You have Cyrenaica in the east, with the capital in Benghazi. Then you have Tripolitania in the west, with Tripoli. Then you have the Fezzan in the south, where most of the blacks live in Libya. So really, when the Italians came and left, Libya was still really 3 countries. The British had, a naval and air base in Tobruk. The Americans had one in Willis Air Base. So when Gaddafi came in, he closed all those air bases and drove out the Americans and the British and everybody else. So what happened was that, he started well, but then he started fighting with this 12-member Revolutionary Council he came in with, started quarreling with them. Then Major Abdullah Omar Meheshi, one of those who came in with, was the first to leave and started plotting to overthrow him, in the early 70s. And then he sent in people to assassinate him. Then recently, Major Abdul Salam Jalud, who is number 2, for a long time, for over 20 years, he had a disagreement with him, and he put him under house arrest. Then when this problem started, his cousin, who is probably the 3rd most powerful man in the country, Ahmed Gaddafadam, defected to the rebels. The Minister of Interior, Major General Abdul Fattah Yunis El Obedi, defected. His Minister of Justice, Mustafa Jalil, also defected. And most of his ambassadors, all defected. So what is happening now is that all those former members of his council who have defected now are leading, the rebel army, from Benghazi. On this side, Gaddafi's army is being led by his son, Kamis, who commands the crack, called Kamis Brigade. They are the ones who are really responsible for this fighting. Now, we've been hearing about mercenaries, Gaddafi recruiting mercenaries and all this. And that's why there's a kind of anti-black sentiment in Libya now, which they are calling, Libyan racism towards blacks, because they